Hello and namaskar. A very warm welcome to all our friends again, and so nice to see you all with us once again. Today we have our Ayurveda expert, Dr. Saurabh Sharma, with us, and we will be discussing about restful sleep through Ayurveda. Sleep disorder is a problem for many people these days due to stress, due to other reasons, and hopefully, we will get some very useful tips here from our expert. So, Dr. Sharma,
Namaste and welcome to the series of our knowledgeful webinars. The demand of this hour, restful sleep. First of all, sleep. In Ayurveda, there are three basic pillars of good health. First is good food, second is good sleep, and third is maintaining celibacy. Food, we have spoken a lot. We always speak about good food, nutritious food, but the sleep is very important. My friends, I must not say, but I think this is the century of sleeplessness. More or less, every one or another person is suffering from imbalanced sleep. Some people have a lack of sleep, some people have improper quality of sleep, and some people have strange sleeping patterns. Now, the most important thing is to know the root cause behind imbalance in the sleep. It can be many things. It can be your improper diet and daily routine. In Ayurveda, we always say wake up on time and sleep on time. Wake up in the Brahma Muhurat, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., and then sleep before 10. This all is very, very practical because if you wake up on time, then you will sleep on time also. I always suggest my friends, my patients, and my colleagues, it's important to be disciplined. Until and unless you are not disciplined, it is very, very difficult to have a restful sleep. Friends, the word is restful. It means when you can have proper rest, not just sleeping. Because I meet people, a lot of people, and they say, yes, I sleep 6 hours. Some people say I sleep 8 hours. But when I ask them the simple question, do you feel fresh when you wake up in the morning? And their answer is, uh, uh. So that's very important. Restful sleep can only be achieved by a good diet and daily routine. Now, what is good diet and daily routine? When we speak about diet, we always say in the evening, post sunset, the Agni or the digestive fire is not so strong. So it means our main meal should be lunch, not the dinner. This is a common mistake which usually everyone would do. Because in the morning, in the afternoon, they go, they do their work, and the night they feel like, okay, this is the time when I can eat a lot, when I can eat sort of overeating. But that's not good because if you will eat heavy food in the night, it won't get properly digested. And one more which very common problem which everyone faces is indigestion. So when you have indigestion, you may have bloating, you may have burp, you may have gastric refluxes. So this is very, very important that you have light meals in the night. Apart from this, one more very important thing is try to avoid stimulants like having a tea in the night, having a coffee in the night, or even chocolates. I have seen a lot of people, they would say, I don't feel sleepy in the night. So what do? I start eating something. I start eating chocolates, which people call usually as stress busters, or they would have tea or coffee. Please don't do that. The external stimulants like watching television or using a lot of mobile phones or anything which increases the, let's say, pitta content or let's say heat content in your brain and body, please avoid. I hope everyone remembers 6 to 10 is your kapha time, and then 10 to 2 is your pitta time. So in Ayurveda, according to simple natural laws, if you sleep before 10 is the best time. You will have a good deep sleep. But after 10, if you're awake by 11, 11:30 times, then it is difficult because the pitta time starts. And then the hyperactivity of brain starts, the Agni also starts imbalancing. So it's very important to sleep on time. The best time is 10. Now, it is also very important that if you have a good sleep, you will have a good day also next day. Let's say you have a good sleep and restful. You wake up in the morning and you're fresh. So your day will also be very good. You would do a lot of creative things. You would do a lot of enthusiastic things. You will be happy. Your friends and everyone will be happy. I was just telling about the importance of sleep and the importance of diet and daily routine in sleep. Restful sleep, I have to say. One last thing here I would like to mention is proper exercise. For a good restful sleep, you must do a little exertion. In the morning, wake up, do pranayama like breathing exercises, do asanas, do some exertion. Some good asanas will definitely balance your vata dosha and you will have a good sleep. In addition to this, the one thing which is very important is balancing your vata. And the balancing of vata can be done by regular massages. We always suggest, I hope everyone remembers our, I think, fifth or sixth webinar in which we spoke about benefits of self-abhyanga or benefits of self-massage. In that, I spoke and I suggested you all, if you do good self-massage, you will have a good, definitely deep sleep and a restful sleep. Before going to bed, it's very good that if you do a little bit of massage with ghee on the bottom of your feet, just for 2 to 3 minutes after washing the feet, it brings very good sleep also. Here, for all our friends who have imbalance with the sleep, as I said, stick to a good diet and daily routine. Please do meditation, do yoga, asanas, breathing techniques. They will be of very good benefit. But also, Dr. Recha, here I would like to share one of a very simple home remedy, which everyone can practice at home. And this will be very beneficial for deep, calm, peaceful, and restful sleep. So here you go. Let's say, please take 2 deciliters of almond milk. Please add 2 to 4 pinches of cinnamon powder and 2 to 4 pinches of nutmeg powder. Mix it well and please have it at bedtime. Let's say around half an hour before you go to bed. It's very good for balancing good sleep. And also, when we sleep, our digestion system is also resting. So the assimilation, or let's say the absorption of the nutrition from this is also better. So to have a good sleep, stick to a good diet and daily routine, try to avoid stress, practice meditation regularly, and yes, eat light, especially in the dinner. Yes, Dr. Richa.
That is very helpful, doctor. But I just want to ask you a question. Can you describe this sleep disorder according to different prakritis, just for our better understanding? Because as I think Vata people have this mostly the sleep disorder, but it can be also in others. So just a small information on that.
Thank you, Dr. Richa. That's a very good point because now all our friends knows the Prakritis. So yes, Vata people, they, as we all know, we have already discussed, Vata people are more hyperactive in, in their nature also. They would like to do a lot of things all together. I must not use the word, but they are, a little bit uh, quick in taking decisions. So their thoughts are also very quick. So yes, Vata people, usually they suffer a lot from the sleep disorders, but their disorders are basically related to insomnia. They don't fall sick, sleep. Why? because their brain is always working. So they need to definitely balance Vata, as I said, with self abhyanga, balancing the Vata with breathing exercises and applying ghee in the feet. Now, Pitta people. Pitta people, they also have a sleeping issue. But in a case when they think a lot because they are deep thinkers, as I said, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. is basically your Pitta time. So their Agni starts working, their fire starts dominating. So to balance your fire, to balance your Agni, in especially Pitta people, if milk suggests you, like suits you, then my suggestion is to add a little bit of ghee, clarified butter, in the milk. So ghee basically is Ghatam Pitta Nilharam. Ghee balances Pitta and Vata dosha. So those people who have any kind of issues like this, especially with the sleeping, Pitta people, it's better to add a little bit of ghee in this almond milk and you'll have a very good sleep. Now Kapha people. Kapha people, yes, they fall asleep very easily actually. Even they are prone towards sleeping in the daytime also. But for kapha people, please don't sleep in the daytime, except the summers. Only according to Ayurveda, only in the summer season you can sleep or have a nap in the daytime. But if a kapha person try to sleep in the daytime, then he will definitely have problems sleeping at the night. Why? Because if the kapha is imbalanced, if the dosha is imbalanced, it brings a little bit of depression. So the negative thinking comes up. And when you have negative thinking, again, it leads to hyperactivity of brain and thinking in a way which is more pessimistic. For such cases, I would suggest just 2 deciliters of milk, 2 to 4 pinches of curcuma also. So I spoke about nutmeg powder, cinnamon powder, and curcuma also for kapha people. So if you add this curcuma powder, definitely it will help in balancing good sleep, and a little bit of negative attitude which may happen because of kapha aggravation in kapha people, that will also go off.
And lastly, doctor, I would just like to mention some our product Nidra, which is helpful for sleep. And also, I think you gave us that tip already, but can you elaborate a little bit? It is said that to put some vata oil or ghee on the feet and do a little foot massage before sleeping ensures a very good quality of sleep.
Yes, Dr. Richa. As I said, he balances Pitta and Vata dosha. So if you have any kind of a fatigue in the body, I mean, body means not just the physical body, but psychological also. So if you have any kind of fatigue, if you are tired, if you have Vata aggravation, because usually the extremities becomes dry when you have a lot of Vata aggravation. So when you put a little bit of ghee or Vata massage oil, especially in the soles, and even in my practice, I usually ask my patients to put a little bit of Vata massage oil on the fingertips also, on all the phalanges. It's very good.
Lastly, I would like to ask you about some people who have this chronic kind of insomnia. Can you give them some health tips because they take sleeping pills or they say that I just can't sleep at night? So although I think what you have already told us will be helpful to them also, but if there is something for these kind of people who have this chronic insomnia problems.
Yeah, Dr. Richa, definitely. Before saying anything, I would definitely suggest that such people, such friends who have chronic insomnia problems, it's good to meet personally a Vaidya or a Ayurvedic practitioner, so that with the proper pulse evaluation, it can be found out what is the root cause. Because those people who have chronic sleeplessness or chronic insomnia, there is definitely some underlying root cause which is the reason behind. So this is very, very important. Those health tips which I have suggested, definitely all these will help them. But meeting Ayurveda practitioner, getting your Prakriti and Vikriti analysis done, and then going further will be a good idea. Go to the root cause and then get it balanced, because insomnia is nothing. We have to get rid of it by following the laws of nature and just going in the pace with Ayurveda.
That is so true. Very helpful as usual, doctor. Thank you for being with us today. And thank you all our friends. I hope these tips will be helpful. And if you have any questions or queries, we are always there to answer them and to support you. I hope you are all subscribing our channel and also ringing the notification bell for new videos and updates. Thank you very much. See you all next time. Namaskar.